Have you ever had your AirPods read your sex aloud at a funeral? My grandmother Eleanor was the classiest woman I knew. She wore pearls to grocery shopping, corrected everyone's grammar, and hadn't missed Sunday service in 40 years. So when she passed, the entire town showed up to her funeral. The church was packed with city council members, her book club, the historical society, everyone who'd ever been touched by her fierce propriety. I was giving the eulogy. I'd practiced it dozens of times. A beautiful tribute to her dedication to education and community service. My AirPods were in because I'd been listening to calming music in the bathroom right before, trying to stop my hands from shaking. I thought I'd disconnected them when I put my phone in my pocket. Halfway through describing Gran's volunteer work at the library, my boyfriend Dimitri texted. We'd been doing long distance for 6 months while he finished his residency in Portland. The night before, things had gotten particularly heated over FaceTime. He was following up. The first message was tame enough that when Siri's voice suddenly boomed through the church's sound system, people just looked confused. Message from Dimitri, thinking about you, babe. I froze at the podium. Father Morrison looked at me questioningly. I tapped my pocket frantically, trying to silence my phone through the fabric. Sorry, technical difficulty, I managed. Then the second message came through, and Siri, with her pristine robotic pronunciation, announced to 200 mourners, can't stop thinking about what you did with that whipped cream last night. The collective gas could have sucked the oxygen from the room. My mother's face went from grief-stricken to horror-stricken. My teenage cousins started recording on their phones. I ripped the AirPods from my ears, but it was too late. They'd somehow connected to the church's Bluetooth system when I'd walked past the sound booth. The third message was already being broadcast. That thing you did with your tongue should be illegal in 37 states. My Aunt Margaret fainted. Actually fainted. Hand to forehead, full Victorian swoon into Uncle Jeffrey's arms. The mayor choked on his water. My father stood up like he was going to tackle me off the podium. But then something unexpected happened. From the back row, my grand's best friend Dolores, 93 years old with an oxygen tank, started cackling. Not polite laughter, but full body-shaking, tear-streaming laughter. Eleanor would have loved this, she wheezed. She pretended to be such a prude, but Lord, the stories I could tell about her and Harold in their younger days. Father Morrison was trying to restore order when the fourth message arrived. By this point, I'd thrown my phone on the ground and was stomping on it like it was on fire. But Siri persisted through the church speakers. Your grandmother's funeral is today, right? Give her my love. Also, can't wait to give you my... I yanked every wire I could see from the sound system. The microphone screeched, then died. In the sudden silence, I stood there, my carefully prepared eulogy cards scattered on the floor, my phone in pieces, my grandmother's casket behind me, and 200 people staring in shock. Gran, I said to the ceiling, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I know you taught me to be a lady, and ladies don't. I gestured vaguely at the sound system. But you also taught me that love is worth celebrating, even when it's messy and embarrassing and happens over FaceTime at 2 in the morning. Nobody moved. Then my cousin Tyler shouted from the back. Gran sexted too. I saw it once when I was fixing her phone. She was texting someone named Raphael about his magnificent mustache. My mother gasped. Mother was texting who? That opened the floodgates. Story after story came out about Gran's secret wild side. Her tango lessons she hid from Grandpa. The romance novels hidden in her knitting basket. The wine club that was really just an excuse to day drink and gossip. By the end, we were all laughing and crying, sharing the real Eleanor, not just the pearl-wearing, grammar-correcting facade. The funeral turned into something between a roast and a celebration. Father Morrison gave up trying to restore dignity and just blessed the chaos. As people filed out, they kept stopping to hug me, sharing their own embarrassing technology stories. My mother cornered me in the parking lot. We're going to discuss this, she said, then quieter. But Dimitri sounds like he really cares about you. Your grandmother always said passion was important in a relationship. Mom, what? You think you invented sexting? Your father once sent me a very explicit fax to my office. My secretary saw everything. 3 months later, Dimitri moved back to town. We got married 2 years after that. At our wedding, Dolores gave a toast that started with, this all began with whipped cream at a funeral. The older relatives were scandalized. The younger ones gave us a standing ovation. We named our daughter Eleanor. When she's old enough, I'll tell her about her great-grandmother, the woman who taught me that propriety is important, but authenticity is everything. And maybe I'll mention the funeral where I learned that even the classiest people have secrets, and sometimes the worst moments become the best stories. My phone now permanently stays on airplane mode during any formal event, and I never ever wear AirPods in a church.